I hope you're having a great day. So I got some tulips picked this morning. They're in the cooler. I got all of my annual plants at home to make my yard pretty, all watered. And now I'm out here with more trays in my car, and I have a whole bunch of trays inside I need to get out. But it's going to be really windy today, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in front of the house because it feels like the wind is coming. It kind of feels like the wind is coming from the southwest, so I think the house should block it. So I'm going to put them out there, and this is like day 5 for some of them, so that's good. And then I checked the weather today. It is going to be 90s in Iowa for like 4 days. 90s. Like, oh, I went from wearing sweatshirts to 90s. It's insane. I don't even know what to think of it. Because then next week it drops back down to 70s, which is normal for this time of year. And so I'm like, do I put my plants out when it's 90 degrees for 4 days? It might rain a little today, but then no rain. And then 90. But I also have a lot of other tasks. Like I need to move all of those lavender plants. I need to burn bigger holes in my peonies and where I'm putting the lavender plants. So I might work on that while I try to think about putting my baby seedlings in when the baking sun is going to be 90. These have been out hardening off for like 2 weeks because I just don't have the places ready. I have to dig stuff up and move stuff. And so those are fine to go out, but 90? 90? I don't know. I know that it'll be 90 this summer. Maybe they'd even be happier in 90. Some plants. My poor little snapdragons that like cool weather are going to be really sad this week. I don't know. Iowa is just being crazy this year. With all the wind and now the heat. It's beautiful right now though. It feels so nice. But I better get to it. They're just ready to put the lavender right in, because they say when you dig up lavender you need to immediately put it where it's going. So I'm going to dig the holes, then I'm going to try to get my hoses hooked up so that I can immediately water it in, and then I'm going to work on digging that row out and getting that done. This might be one of those tests I feel tomorrow. Okay, so now that I have the holes, I think I'm going to pull my hose over. I might have to go get the other 100-foot hose to hook it to. And then I will just start digging up lavender and moving it over. And I also need to trim it when it goes, so it'll probably be a pretty slow process. I'm going to turn you around. Look at these. They look beautiful. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. Even the little one is like just all budded out and happy. They're already starting to lose their buds. They don't last long enough. So I just need to do that for all of these. It's gonna be a while. Trying to think of the most efficient way to do it. It might be better to go home and get my hedge clippers and trim off the whole row, because then I think I could just pull this black up off of them and then just dig them and go. It's pretty windy. I don't know how good you can hear me. But I'm working on just taking the black stuff up. I might lose some lavender pulling it up like this, but that's what I'm gonna do because I think it'll be a lot easier to dig. And it's getting really hot, so we will see if I dig any lavender or not. Okay, I got all of the black tarp up. So that's gonna make it a lot easier because now I can just dig them out, which is actually pretty easy compared to getting that black tarp off. That was horrible. So that part is done. Oh my gosh, there's even more asparagus. Look at it all. I didn't get it cut in time to eat it. Some of it was still good. A lot. So I got all the way to the very end with my lavender except for 6 plants. My hose wouldn't reach. So I actually need to do, I don't know if you guys were following along last year. I had taken out some lavender because I needed them to plow for the peonies, and it was like kind of sporadically all over the place. And I thought, well, I'll just try to put it in the fall. But I didn't just try to put it in the fall. I also left it in a box for like a week. And then I read later you're supposed to dig it in immediate, like so much so that you should already have the hole dug and then dig up your lavender and put it in the hole. Like it's like an immediate thing. So I think all of those are dead. But I saw one that has green on it. So one of them survived sitting in a box for a week, and maybe it was at the bottom of the box or something. I don't know. And there might be more. I haven't looked at every single plant. But I have these 2 rows over here that I can put a lavender plant in as well. But now that I have that black stuff up, it goes really fast. Like I've only been out here maybe an hour and 20 minutes and I got those rows all done. So tomorrow morning I'll get out here and I should be able to finish those 2 rows with the 6 and then go through and inspect these and see which ones. I mean, some of it really doesn't, most of it has green on the bottom, but I think there were a couple plants that didn't show any green, but the roots were good. So they might still come up, I don't know. But I might just get it taken care of because I have plenty, I think. I mean, by the time, I don't have much at the end down there. I'm out now, so now I'm working my way up, and I only took out the 1 row to fill both those rows, and there's 4 rows across. So if I take out another row to fill these and work my way up a little, I'm still going to have, I think, some left over. But I was going to lay more fabric and burn every other, like I did these. which might even allow for 2 plants. So maybe I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it's like half peonies, half lavender, but 5.5 rows of lavender. And then it'll start the rest of my perennials. So, yay, I'm going to get that. Hopefully I'll get that done tomorrow, and then I can start working on this next row of perennials, see what's coming up, pull the weeds, and fill in anything that didn't come back. Because I grew extras of everything I have out here so that I could fill all the holes of things that didn't actually come back from last year. And then I should have my perennial garden done, and then I should be able to start on my annuals. It's making me nervous that I don't have everything in the ground yet, but maybe with this 90-degree weather, maybe it was meant to be, and by the time I get this all done, maybe it'll be ready in the 70s to put in my annuals, and then they can get used to the heat, and everything will work how it should. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm definitely speeding it up. It was an all morning and afternoon thing. So, yeah. We'll see how it turns out. We'll see if the lavender makes it. This, obviously, now I've learned. And maybe somebody else will learn too from watching. Have a great day.